Hello and welcome to another video by Econo Insight. This video will discuss about what is meant by an economic model, and specifically we're going to discuss what is meant by an exogenous variable and an endogenous variable. Before we delve in deeper, we must know what a model means and how it works in general. So in a model there's always an input, you plug that into the model and you come out with an output. That is common sense. Well, now let's see how an economic model works. Well, it works similarly, but with a different type of jargon. So our input here is what we know as an exogenous variable. Plug that into the economic model, and we get out an endogenous variable, which can be said like the model's output. More specifically, an endogenous model is something the model takes as given, right? And endogenous variable is what the model explains. Let me show you how it works. So I'll give you an example of the most celebrated model in the whole universe, and it's the demand and supply model. In our vertical axis, we have the price, and in the horizontal, we have the quantity. We have the downward sloping demand curve, upward sloping supply curve. Let's say in this case that demand is a function of income. So if income increases, then demand increases. Demand shifts outward from D to D1. Let's say that's the case. So in this little model we have here, something the model takes as given is the income, right? So if we change what is given, let's say we increase the income in the economy, so when we plug this into the model, this will then shift demand rightwards from D to D1. And this will then explain new equilibrium quantities. So let's say we start out with equilibrium A. Now we have moved to equilibrium B. So if we change what is given, in this case we change the income, plug that into the model, we see a shift in demand, and the model explains a new equilibrium price and new equilibrium quantity. So that is how an economic model how it works in general. And what is the importance of an economic model, some people might ask? Is it useless? No, it's not. It's used extensively in economics because it clarifies economic thinking. If you go further into economics, you will encounter that there are so many different types of models, and it really helps because if you have certain scenario, models help you imagine how the scenarios actually work, how the curve shifts, gives more sense to things. And a model might not be complete. A model will not explain everything at one go. You should have many models to do so, but it does not render a model useless because a model serves its purpose. And as long as it serves its purpose, it's good. So let's say we are analyzing certain scenario, then we use a particular model for that. Another scenario, another model. See what works. So that's very important. As long as it serves its purpose, it's good. It clarifies our thinking. And a tip for you before you end this video is that when you use economic models to analyze certain scenarios, you must always understand the assumptions behind the model, what it assumes. So just to ensure it is appropriate to your scenario. I hope this video helps, and I hope now you understand more about what is meant by exogenous and endogenous model variables, and start to appreciate what is meant by what economic models really do. Thank you.